Yep. Guys, you know this thing is so high. Look at this. It's my shoulder. Maybe this thing is sloping. I'm not sure. But hey, this thing is probably the highest load bay that I know right now in the market. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, guys, welcome to the channel. It's Bo, and I appreciate that you're here with me today. Listen, this, you know what it competes with. We don't need to say it. We know in the country right now, every month they tell you this best-selling bakkies and all those things. They will mention your Hiluxes, your Rangers, Isuzus, your D-Max in this case, and then the Navaras. They will mention other bakkies as well. There's so many out there these days. I mean, we get the Jack T9 as well. There's others. There's others, of course. If I don't mention something right now, I'm sorry, but there's a lot more. Otherwise, guys, this is the new GWM P300, which is the family of the P-series, the P-series that we know. And this one replaces the P-series LT, LS variants that you remember very well, that they were very, very attractive for many people. In fact, I think they were the best selling when I'm looking at what is happening on the road. Because when I look at the specs right now, or the variants rather, hey man, GWM is way far from where they started with the Steed, because their bakkie lineup is packed. I think they have close to 19 to 20 variants of different P-series. When I think about it, you start up there with the P500, a good looking bakkie by the way. P300, it tops with the LTD. Then when you get to the P300, the normal ones that are not overly rugged and stuff, it's this one, which is the LT, and then you will get the LS as well. Then you go down, you will find that you get the SX, which is commercial looking a little bit, and then in that SX you will get the D and the S, which represents double caps and the single caps. There's so many. It reminds me of when I was talking about the Ford, because when it comes to the range of variants, counting them is difficult, especially with all this stuff that they've added right now. Look, we're not here for that anyway. Listen, this is the P300. You'll be asking yourself what changed from the previous one. There's quite a number of changes, and probably the most interesting one is the heart that is moving this thing. We're going to talk about that, of course, when we're on the road. But if there's one thing on this channel that we know about the P-series, is that we took the LTD to the gravel, and at the time, the suspension was gruesome to us because it's off-road tuned, it's stiff and so on. We thought, not for every day, especially if you're going to take it to gravel more often than not. But that thing is made for off-road and everything else. This one though is more tuned towards comfort and passenger drive, everyday use and so on. We're going to take it out there and we'll see how it performs on gravel, of course. But before I do that, I just want to show you the changes so that we see what this thing offers over and above what we know about the P-series. Let's do it. All right, so starting with the key, you can see unlock, lock, and then that button, I forgot what they call it, but once you press it, the car will flash the lights and do the beep, beep, beep to show you where it is if maybe you're lost in the parking lot. This last one, of course, double press, it's a remote start. We're not even going to demonstrate that. You know it's there on the P-series. In fact, a lot of cars these days can remote start. Some of them even when on the apps and all those things. But otherwise, when it comes to dimensions, I don't think much has changed with this vehicle when it comes to that, because P-series has always been like the longest of the bunch. When I compare it with your Hiluxes, your Rangers, which are measuring around 5.3, 5.2, this one is more than 5.4 in length, and that's something that I appreciate about it, especially when it comes to the cab, because I feel like in the cab it's probably the most spacious, because these double cabs are not as spacious as you think, eh? But let's go to the front and see what has changed, because when you look at it from the front, this is probably the like this angle is the one where you're going to see a lot more changes than anything else, because this is where the bumper has changed. You can see that the fog lamps, they used to be like a little bit of a slice, but now you get these round ones. They're halogens. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at them. And I've heard somewhere that the halogens are actually doing better when it comes to fog lamps. I'm not sure if that is true. I keep saying this on the channel. I don't even know if it's true. And then this light cluster, I don't think it's changed, because the DRLs are still running like this. And then you get the LED headlamps in there. I don't think there's much change in there. The grille, did it change? It looks like it's a little bit bigger, but I'm not sure if it changed. I'm not seeing much of a change there. Together with this big badge, of course, you will get the camera in there. Coming down here, of course, I think it has like some underfloor cover there, but it's not full for this one. It's only on the LTD where you're going to get like a full cover that protects everything that is happening underneath. When it comes to the side right here, maybe one thing that I'm seeing that they've added is this Man, this fender covers, whatever you call this, wheel arch covers and stuff, maybe if they were black I would be okay with them, but now they're making this wheel as much as it's like your 18-inch, which is standard on most bakkies. 265/60 are 18, but it looks a little bit small in the wheel arch for some reason, and that's something that I've always felt about the P-series. I don't know, you'll tell me what you think about that. But the rims as well, they have changed them. I think these ones actually, they're better than the previous ones. That's my view. You'll see, of course, the side step as well. That's something that you're getting in here. And yeah, typical of the P-series, of course, when you unlock, you will see that it does the auto folding mirrors and all those things. It never lacked spec. That's the thing about it. But in here, of course, they continued with that step thing of theirs. When you press here, as I've said, that this thing is sitting quite high. I think they are considerate, and this thing is actually functional. The other bakkies, I don't think it's necessary for them to actually copy this, because it might not be sitting quite high in this case. You can still use this one outside. But when I look at the design elements and everything else, I don't think there's much that they've changed. Just that with the P-series, the wheel arches, like I've indicated, when it comes to design, yeah, they're making this wheel 18-inch to be a little bit small. So you might need to bump it up, maybe get to 20s, maybe it will look a little bit different. Because when I look at it this way, and I look at this part here, do we call it a quarter panel even on the bakkie? I'm not sure if it's a quarter panel. But this rear design here, this one, something is bothering me. It's like it's too plain, or it lacks something, the way it looks. I don't know what is it, but that's just me. That's how I've always been seeing the P-series. Otherwise, let's jump inside, because of course, you know, when it comes to this, I know. Spec, you know very well. I mean, you can see right here, you do get your leather seats, and yeah, jumping inside like this, I'm reminded that this P-series, man, when it comes to space, even with a bulky seat like this, doesn't bother anyone. Look at that space. And when you're sitting in front, you're sitting quite proper. Getting inside, again, there's plenty of space. Guys, this bakkie is, hey, you'll be shocked. Double cabs are not as spacious as people maybe think. But that's something that I like about the P-series. Very spacious. Jumping inside, of course, you can get keyless entry, of course. And the seats, of course, you see. This continues. There's stuff that I'm not going to talk about, because you know it's familiar with the P-series. They continued with that. They didn't cut corners. You do get a sunroof now. That is what you're getting, because I think you only used to get this on those commercial looking variants, the SX, SXDs and XXXS and stuff. But now they brought it here as well. I guess they thought it's necessary. Then jumping inside, you see then now the steering wheel has changed, and I'm not sure if I like it more than the previous one, especially because this metallic bit, whatever you call this thing, it's not a lot here. So the steering wheel looks a little bit too plain for me, especially compared to the previous one. But I like the fact that they continued with these tank-like designs, even with the gear lever here. I like the fact that they continued with that, because when I look at it overall, it does have some tank designs here and there, like this part right here, and also the buttons in terms of the layout. I like that, because the previous P-series, as much as I loved it here, like this part, but here, nah, I didn't like it at all. So now they modernized it. Looks quite good. At night, this part right here, it illuminates your ambient lighting in this case. Static color, but you still get something overall. Let me just close here. Let me close here and start. Aha, there you go. So when you're looking at this, of course, you do have your modes here, which it has like eco, normal, and sport. It doesn't have too many driving modes, despite this being a 4x4, because you'll see right here that you can actually move it to 4 low. No, I don't want to move it to that. I don't know why I pressed that. And then you get the rear diff lock as well. Then you get auxiliary provisions as well, which you'll see right here, 1, 2, 3. Currently, they're not connected to anything, but if you want to put like spotlights and stuff, they've already made a provision for you. You will see in the Rangers, normally you will see these switches up here. They've done well by doing this, because a lot of people are struggling sometimes when they have to add stuff. But putting this stuff, it helps a lot, especially for people who love off-roading, or rather just changing stuff on their bakkies and so on. And then you do get the Type-C USB here. You do get Type-A. Here at the back, there is 2 Type-A's as well. The screen is crisp. I can't complain about that. You see the cameras. I mean, when it comes to this, you never suffer with the cameras. You know very well that it has never been a problem. This screen here, this screen, I'm not sure about it, especially the way it looks when it comes to the fuel gauge and this temperature counter here, or gauge as well. It's, yeah, I'm not sure about that part of the screen because it's static. This is how it is. Even when you try to change the view, you know, this thing, you know, when it comes to Haval, GWM, you can't do much on the screen if you don't put your seatbelt. They just want to make sure that when you're in the car, you're doing stuff. So yeah, to change this stuff here, you will see that it doesn't really have a lot of themes. And guys, if you are a manufacturer and you want to do a screen, please give us an option of having that classic rev counter and the speedometer. Please, 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 please. That's all I'm asking. But everything else overall, guys, they've done a great job, man. The panels in here, tight. I can't even complain much about that. Everything else, as you know, we'll talk about on the way. But maybe let me show you the settings in here, because when you come to the vehicle settings, you know this thing is packed all the time. Driving, you get front assists, you get smart cornering, collision warning, lane assist, I mean cruise control, that is like adaptive cruise control. You get rear side assist when it comes to you opening doors, rear collision warnings and stuff, traffic sign. I like putting this stuff off because sometimes it beeps, but here you can choose whether you want the alarm or not, then you can just turn it off. Otherwise, there's plenty of settings when it comes to this. Driver assistance, advanced driver assistance is something that you don't lack in here, because you know very well it continues from the P series that we know. So we're gonna go now. We're gonna hit the road. Let's prepare ourselves, then hit the road. All right, I'm on the side of the road, just doing a quick check because we're gonna hit the gravel. One thing I did not think about properly was this rear seat here, because you know it can be rattling on the way. But rest assured, when it comes to the P series, the panels are tight, man. If there's rattling, it's probably just gonna come from that rear seat. But this thing, this thing is solid, man. When it comes to the panels, I'm not worried about that. So yeah, we are in the P series LT, as I've said right now. For this variant, you get the LS and the LT. The LS is probably the lower spec. I think it's not long since they've actually introduced it. The LT has been there. Of course, you get the two-wheel drive LS, four-wheel drive LS. You got the two-wheel drive LT. You get the LT again, four-wheel drive. They're saying 4x4 at the back, but to me, when it's permanent four-wheel drive, I thought we call it a four-wheel drive, not necessarily 4x4, because then now with 4x4s you need the higher range, and then normally you drive it on too high and so on. You know this stuff if you've been on the channel long enough. But listen, let's get on the road. All of them. Hey, you know, I'm always playing music, so every time I start the car, always, like, it's almost guaranteed that it's gonna be playing music. Let me move this key so that we can hit the road. I wanted to take this gravel, but I'm thinking last time I took it in the Tank 500, I didn't like it as much as I drove the LTD on it and it could tell us a story. I don't think right now it's something that, oh, why are you turning on the lights? I want to close the sunroof so that we don't find ourselves with some wind noise that we didn't expect. So let me just put it maybe on sport, because I want to talk about this engine quickly, because that is one thing that is impressive about it. Is there anyone behind me? No one. Let me get in and pull it. Nine-speed automatic transmission, which I find to be good in most instances. Just that there are times where you can feel that it jacks you a little bit, but once you're already on the move, it doesn't give you like anything to worry about, to a point that you can feel the gear changes all the time. I like that. Doesn't show the gear that it's in right now. It's already on 9, because when I put it on manual like this, again, that's another thing. You can put it on manual and then use the pedal shifters, but do you have to do that? I'm not sure if that is necessary, but you will probably have instances off-road where you will need to do that. But right now, I don't think it's necessary on the road like this, even if you put it on sport. I put it back to manual, no, by the way. But one thing I needed to talk about is Hilux, are you really coming in? Oh, maybe because he's thinking there's a truck there. It gives us a chance actually to talk about what I want to say. Because one thing that I like about this one with the 2.4 liter, I didn't think 135 kilowatts was going to be enough. Like I said previously, 140 kilowatts for me, 500 Newton meters when it comes to bakkies is what I need in a bakkie. But right now, I'm thinking maybe this might be enough. Am I the one who turned this thing on? What is happening? Why are you on? Why are you on? Is there something that is not closed? Guys. Oh. Otherwise you can see this is LED. The one at the back is a light bulb, normal halogen. So yeah. Look, what I was saying about this engine, I like the fact that the turbo lag is almost gone. I can't really say that it's entirely gone, but really it's almost gone, because the way it feels when you're driving it right now, it hits a little bit differently than the 120 kilowatts 400 Newton meters. I always felt that it's heavy. I said this even with the other bakkies as well that are like that, like the Ford single turbo 2.0 liters. I feel like they're too heavy, unless if you put it on sport, it gives you like something, especially for everyday driving. It makes you feel like you're in a truck. But when it comes to this one, it hits a touch differently on the road. Unfortunately, I can't overtake right now, but it hits a touch differently, and that's something that I like about this. When I drive it every day, I don't want to feel the heaviness in a bakkie. It's not something that I need. And now with this, I think it's optimal. It's optimal. It's probably borderline everything I need in a bakkie right now. This 135 kilowatts for 18 Newton meters, you can feel it when you're actually pushing it. When it's changing gears, sometimes it gives you that push a little bit to show you that the torque is available, Baba. That's something that I like about it. It's not a performance bakkie or anything like that, but it makes a whole difference compared to the previous one that we had with 120 kilowatts. That's something that I would applaud GWM for. You've done really well with this bakkie. Let me just get to this truck in front of me a little bit just to show you. See, I don't feel like I have to over force it to actually go. Thanks. Are you turning truck or are you overtaking? Thought you're turning. Okay, I'm gonna have to get in here. I'm sorry to the traffic cops, to everyone. I apologize, viewers. Guys, is that... No, I don't need that gravel. I need another one. Which one is it though? I think I missed my turn. Let me see. There's a gravel that I'm looking for. Let me say this. Recenter. I have to turn back. Guys. I missed my turn. I apologize. What is this thing behind me? This car. That one. I apologize. Okay, I've had to turn there, and now I'm taking this gravel. Again, this is not the one that I really wanted as well, but I don't think it's going to matter much because we're still going to achieve what we want to achieve. I can already hear this child seat that it's going to be a nuisance, whatever English says. It's going to be, how can I make it, lock it in so that it doesn't do all this stuff? Because we're about to get to gravel now. Oh my God, it's going to be a problem, this thing. But we shall do what we do. I told you that everything is solid in here. So because this is a 4-wheel drive, I don't need to change anything, because the only thing I can do, it's putting it on low range, and I'm not going to do that right now. There's no need for that. Oh my God, this child seat is a mistake. But let's go. Nope. You know I hate this. We have to find a way. Apologies, Ranger. apologies. I have to get in here and find a way. I have to find a way. There's no other way. I have to find a way with you. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Hopefully, it's gonna be better. Let's see. The camera is down. Okay. All right, let's see how it goes. Oh, I'm still praying that it doesn't cause problems for us, because rattling and us. Let's see, maybe it's gonna be better now. Oh my God. No! Why did I take this thing? No! No, I don't know how we're gonna do this review, guys. I don't. I have to get rid of this thing. And I can't put it at the back, can I? I think I can. I think I'm gonna put it at the back, because there's no way, bruh. No. No. Not that. No dust. Oh, thank God. Okay, guys, if the rattling continues now, I don't know what we're gonna do, because this thing is messing up our review right now. Let's see. Yes, I am not happy. We're probably gonna have to cut this review. Yeah, no, I have to go back. So guys, I just put it at the back. If it rattles, I'm cutting this review. We'll do it probably, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or something. I can't. I told you before that I can't. Let me see how it's gonna go. Okay, this is better now. It's in the rear, so we are good to go. Oh my God, that thing disturbed me. But hey, we're here now. The gravel is good, and so far we haven't done a lot to even talk about the suspension, but I'm already feeling the difference. Guys, you'll tell me, do you think the LTD suspension is entirely different to this, or maybe I was being dramatic at the time? Because in here right now it feels a little bit comfortable, well screwed together. That's the thing that I expect of the P-series, because you can feel it on the road as well, the way it moves, the way it drives, that this thing is solid. So this double wishbone, I think, in front, and normal rigid leaf spring at the back, this is what I expect of it. It's not like, you can feel that it's firm, probably firmer than your Navara, firmer than the Ranger as well. As much as the Ranger, yeah, like I've said with the Ranger as well, that you can feel that that thing is actually rigid. But the comfort levels, the vibrations that you're getting inside, it's completely different to the LTD that I'm getting right now. And I think I can do this more often on the gravel than with the LTD, funny enough, because the LTD is tuned for off-road. Okay. Like, it's a seamless drive. I'm actually impressed with it. Otherwise, this gravel is just too good. Right now, it's not as gruesome as that one, and that's why I needed the other one. But there are bumps, believe it or not. Maybe I should take it down to 60, because that's where you will feel the bumps, like, really. Because when it's just above 60, around 60, 70, it's like it's on top of them. It's not necessarily at. I'll take it down to 60 now, so that we can see how it does its thing. Let's hear it here. And no, man, it's all right. engine sorted. We are sorted with the suspension now. The panels, I never had to complain about the panels when it comes to the P-series, man. I mean, the noise levels in here are very low. The engine noise, man, this engine actually settles so well. Well done for this 2.4. I didn't know that maybe this is just what we need. You don't feel like you're forcing it to do much. It's just seamlessly coming in, especially compared to the 2 liter. I understand that I can't put it with like your 3 liter V6 or something like that, but yeah, man, this is what I would have expected the time I was in the LTD. If the new LTD is similar as well, then voila. And now we have to talk about that price as well, because this thing comes in at around 600k. I mean, it's starting just around below 550 for the LS. This one that we are in right now, the 4x4 LT, comes in just around 599,000 rands, which is like 600k really. So wow. I think I'm gonna look at the P-series differently from now on. Just that when you're on the tar road, sometimes I do feel that actually it's on the stiff side, this suspension, but I'm not mad at it. And I can feel these tires like fighting to grip and everything else, and that's the good thing about 4x4, because if it was a 2-wheel drive, I wasn't necessarily gonna be as comfortable as I am right now. Oh man, it did good GWM, and everything else that it offers as well, quite impressive. Let's see how much we're averaging right now. We still have a range of 700 kilometers, because this thing is like a 78 liter tank, and I think it can do just above 900 kilometers, and we still have let me see now, what is the average? Hey, wait, come back. It says 11.5 for today, but if I go to B, 9.4. Impressive. Pretty sure, because I was driving it in town during the week and so on. If you do a long distance trip, I'm pretty sure it can do around 8, which is quite impressive, man. I think this 2.4 is now becoming one of my favorite engines. Doesn't need to be the best performing vehicle. It just needs to do what a bakkie needs to do. If I'm paying 600k, I'm so happy with everything that it offers right now. I mean, the plush feeling of it is still there. It's still the P-series that you're getting every day. I mean, soft touch here, as much as it's not as soft as your tank, but it's soft touch here. The stuff probably that I'm mad at a little bit that they removed is like these seats, because now they're no longer like kilted seats and stuff. They moved that to the tank, to the P500, I think. Now in here you get these ones. It looks and feels like leatherette. It's not necessarily like Napa leather or something like that, but I'm not mad at it. Like I said, if you paid 600k to get all these things, a bakkie, now this is crazy, but I'm still not mad at it, because the road is just bad there. I'm impressed. I'm so chilled about this, because I'm literally impressed with this thing right now. This is what I wanted to experience with the P-series all along, because I felt that on the road, when you're driving it every day, as much as the suspension is on the firmer side of things. What is that? Why is there traffic there? Should I turn left or right then, when things are like this? Left or right when things are like this? Let me just go. You're right. Yes, this thing. Yes, it's BYD. I'm turning left because of it. This thing looks nice. Man, we're in the P-series here. Listen guys, I've said my piece actually with this thing, and I think for me right now, when I think about bakkies, prices, what you get out of a bakkie and what you're looking for, hey, this is right up there now, hey? This is right up there. I mean, we've driven so many bakkies. We know what they offer. Most of them are solid. You can't even complain about their drive, anything else. And now with the P-series, after doing that short run on the gravel, feeling the suspension, feeling the performance, and now with this engine that is not riddled with turbo lag, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Yes, this transmission sometimes it kicks you a little bit. I don't know why. Even when you're doing like low speed, sometimes it does that. But I'm not mad because of the price point. I can't divorce the price point from. Let me just pass this Corolla. Is this a solid line? I don't even know. I can't see what's happening here. See? This is how it performs when you have it on the open road like this. The wind noise, it's there depending on the direction as well. But the tires that are here, again, I think they're called CT. They're actually alright. They're not too noisy. In-cabin noises, I'm actually impressed. GWM, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I know you're not good at sound systems, but six-speaker sound system in here. Yep, the sound system is nothing to write home about, but they've done a great job. They've done a great job. I don't know what is it that I didn't talk to you about, but yeah, they've done a great job. This is an improvement for me. With that said, guys, till the next one, I am out.